to this week's Kids Church. Now we are in another family's home this week. It's very, very exciting because today we're with the Dillies. Boys, do you want to tell everybody who you are?
Hi, I'm Caden. I'm Caden.
Oh, how exciting. And can you tell us something exciting about yourselves?
I like playing with Lego. I like playing games.
You like playing games? And
I like playing Lego games and I like playing with Lego.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not in Travel Day. Yeah.
And how old are you both?
I'm 7, like in 4.
You're 4 and you're 7. And here's Rocco too! How exciting!
And Rocco's 1.
Rocco is 1. So church, or young people and kids, everyone who's watching, look how big Rocco's got since we probably last saw him. He's quite massive. Yeah. Oh man. Right guys, well. So exciting.
I see Buster.
Buster is the cat, guys. Remember this information because you know at the end of Kids Church there'll be a quiz and maybe we'll be asking some of this information as our quiz questions. So you remember the cat is called Buster. Right guys, first things first. We are going to do a little challenge and then it's going to be time for story time with Granny McCauley. So,
What's that game?
challenge time. Right. So it's challenge time at Kids Church. This one's going to be fun because Rocco is determined to get involved. So we are playing the game that we played last week. So the boys want to have a turn at throwing the yellow, no not yellow, what colour have we got?
Green and orange balls.
Green and orange balls into our catcher, and what we're going to do is we're just going to say it's the person who gets the most balls in wins. So, boys, are you both ready?
Yes! Yes!
Start, you ready to throw?
Yes!
3, 2, 1, go. You stay here. Try and do a little gentle throw up. That's it, nice and gentle. Nearly. Keep going, keep
I
going.
get the balls back.
Keep throwing. Don't worry, I'll get the one under there. You keep throwing
Yeah.
what you've got, or else we'll be here all day if we keep getting them. That's it. There we go. Keep throwing. Nearly. Oh. That's it. Keep trying. Who's going to be the first one to get one in? Rocco, that was a good shot. Keep trying. Oh. It's proving as challenging as last week, isn't it? That's it. No, I can't even do it. One more, go then. Oh, can you get one more in? Oh, go for the closer. That's it, move a bit closer, boys. See if you can get one in. A bit closer, see if you can get them in. That's it. Yeah, you want one, don't you, Rocco? Oh, we nearly got one in. Oh, yes, we've got an orange one in. Can we get a green one in? Okay, Rocco. Can we? Oh, my goodness, what a challenging game this is. Oh. I think we managed to get the orange balls in, not so much the green. Maybe that's the end of challenge time this week. It was a little bit of extra fun. It's now time for stories with Granny McCauley. It's Kids Church. Oh, hello everybody. I'm so sorry. Granny here. Granny was having a little snooze. We had so much fun, haven't we?
I'm tired.
We're tired. Oh my goodness me. I'm very tired too. We're just having such a lovely time that we were having a little nap. Oh look, the boys are full of energy now. So, young men, could you remind me of your names?
I'm Caden.
Caden. And remind me of your age, Caden? 25? 17? 111. How about 7 years old? that more likely to be your name? Who is this delightful chap on the floor with you? Hulk Hogan? The Rock? Another wrestling person? Boys! What's going on? You had a nap and now we're having wrestling. What do you think, Rocco? Are we just going around the ball? Kids' church. Who can plan it, eh? This is just life at kids' church. Okay, who's sitting next to me? Right, I need your help, Keegan.
Right, boys, calm down now.
Come here.
Right,
Come and sit with
Keegan,
me. Right, Keegan, I want to talk to you. I want to talk
Keegan.
to you.
calm down.
Right,
What are you
boys.
talking about?
I just got cracked.
Can you answer me a question? Do you remember, you know we haven't been at church for a while, so you've had to be at home. Do you remember the names of any other children at church?
No.
Can you remember anyone from your groups?
I know one was Caden.
You know one was called Caden. Do you remember any names? Did you have any friends at church? He's still sleeping. Well, I know what you boys don't realise is where we're looking at the camera, we're over there, if we look at the camera, all of our friends in church are watching you. And they're going to say, oh look, there's our old friends, we haven't seen them in ages. They will. Luke Derry in particular will find this very amusing.
You were lonely.
Okay, boys, I'd like to read you a story. I know. Caden, why don't you sit where I'm sitting? Okay, we're going to move on.
Right,
And
Keegan,
White Keegan, you
stop.
sit there. You sit this side. And we're going to do
White
the
Keegan.
story. There we go. If you want to roll
White
on the
Keegan.
floor, that's fine. Right, Caden, I need your help. Do you know this man?
Why it's Keegan?
White Keegan.
Why it's Keegan?
Oh, listen up. White Keegan, your brother gave a good guess. We have a man in here and he is walking with a lady and they've got animals with them and the suggestion was it might be Jesus. We're actually looking at a man called Abraham today and this book here is actually not the normal Bibles that we've been using in Kids Church because Vicky forgot to bring it. Poor old Granny hasn't got her usual book. But this book is actually, whose is it? Which one of you owns this book?
Mummy,
No, it's got your name. It says Caden. So we're going to borrow it. So we're going to read a story about Abraham. Are you ready for my stories?
Why it's Keegan, can you
Right.
sit up nicely now, please?
We're going to have story time now. So let's sit nicely. Granny wants to tell you a story.
Why it's Keegan?
That's wonderful sitting. Okay. Right, Keegan, are you going to join in or are you going to continue to be asleep?
Play race.
Right. Okay, well you do that quietly then.
Why it's Keegan?
Abraham and his family lived in a far-off land called Ur. What a strange name. Have you heard of something like Ur before? We do. Who knows? Who knew there was a place called Ur? One day, God said to Abraham, leave your home here. I will take you to a wonderful new land. So Abraham packed up all his things. And when he was ready, he set off with his family, his flocks of sheep, and his herds of camels. Abraham journeyed for many years. At last, he and his family arrived in the land that God had promised for them. They lived for years and years, and their children after them. Did you hear that? They travelled for years and years. God had promised them a new home. Could you imagine someone saying to you, I promise you can have a new home, but let's keep walking for years and years and years to find it.
Let's go around the other man.
Would that be strange? Would you think, are you really giving me a new home?
Okay, get what Keegan.
I think I'd question it. But you know, anyone who doesn't know about Abraham is in the Old Testament. And Abraham and his wife, they couldn't have... Oh, White Keegan, definitely napping just a minute, isn't it? Abraham and his wife couldn't have children, and God promised them children, and they had to wait for a long time. And God
Right, Keegan, that's my
promised-
uni.
Oh, it's an exciting box. I don't think Granny's stories is what White Keegan wants to hear right now, but we're going to carry on. Folks, the key here is that God promised Abraham and his family that he would provide for them. And he did, and he didn't just do it in a small amount, he did it in lots and lots and lots of ways. And God promises us things, and he promises to give us new life, and he promises to protect us and look after us.
Wyatt Keegan. Wyatt Keegan.
It could mean that you walk to the South Pole, yes, maybe. Anyway, we can pray to God, and we can believe in God, and we can have faith and thanks that God has promised us all these wonderful things,
Then stop.
like he did for Abraham. And we are going to do, well, we're not, but Nadia is doing an art and craft all about that. So I think maybe we all need another nap here, and then we can go over to Nadia with our art and craft.
Yeah.
Can we all say goodbye?
Right.
Goodbye! And a bye. Bye from White Keegan here.
Hey guys, welcome to Kids Church.
Hi everyone and welcome to Kids Church. Welcome back, Albert.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
back.
we missed you. So, what did you think about the story of Abraham?
It's pretty good.
It was good. Can you believe he saw so many stars and God told him that he will have that many children?
I have a lot of children.
That's a lot of children. Today we're going to make something crafty. We're going to draw a picture of Abraham and
his
the
son.
stars.
Ah, for his son.
All the stars. Let's show you how to do this. So what will we need?
Well, we're going to need some wax crayons, white paper, any paper you want, but we're taking white paper.
It must be white, yes, because we're going to paint with black on it. Good?
Some water paint, a brush, and some water.
Perfect.
That's basically all you need.
The first thing we're going to do is to draw a picture of Abraham looking up to the stars. And somewhere in your picture you can also write the words, God keeps his promise. Now we're going to draw with wax crayons, because did you know that wax crayons have a oily base?
Yes.
And watercolors got a water base.
Yes.
And did you know the two can't mix? So if you draw with your wax crayons all over your picture, but not the background, and then we're going to take the black paint from your
For the sky.
for the sky. Yes, it's like a starry night. When you're drawing, remember to color it in very nice and thick, especially when you're coloring in with yellow. First, we are going to draw some grass, a grass field. Next, I'm going to draw Abraham. Okay, Albert, show me your picture. Well done. Now that you've finished your picture, we're going to paint it black. Yes. Now take your brush, dip it into the water and into the black paint and put a lot of black paint onto your brush. Yes, make it nice and wet. And then you start to brush right over your whole picture. Start in the one corner. There you go. Wow, look at that. Show me what you've done.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Don't we love it?
Yep,
It's awesome.
really like it.
Well, thank you for joining.
Yes.
And I hope you also made your picture. Bye!
And remember,
God always keeps his promise. Bye.
Bye.
Every morning when I wake, I get ready, got my armor for the day. I get ready, this way, I know you're with me every step I take. Oh, this way, I know you're with me every step I take. I got the sword of the spirit, the shield of faith, the belt of truth around my waist. When I feel weak, you make me strong, never back down. I got my God suit on. Every battle that I face, I'll be ready when the arrows fly my way. Hold me steady, this way, I know you're with me every step I take. Oh, this way, I know you're with me every step I take. I got the sword of the spirit, the shield of faith, the belt of truth around my waist. When I feel weak, you make me strong, never back down. I got my God suit on. Your saving grace will guard my head. Your righteousness like a bulletproof vest. These good news shoes were made to run, never back down. I got my God suit on, never back down. I got my God suit on. Got my hands in the air and your praise on my lips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every battle I face, my God has won. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Got my hands in the air and your praise on my lips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Never back down. I got my God suit on. This way, I know you're with me every step I take. Oh, this way, I know you're with me every step I take. I got the sword of the spirit, the shield of faith, the belt of truth around my waist. When I feel weak, you make me strong, never back down. I got my God suit on. Your saving grace will guard my head. Your righteousness like a bulletproof vest. These good news shoes were made to run, never back down. I got my God suit on, never back down. I got my God suit on.
Hello everybody. very, very exciting to have the Dillies and Granny Macaulay back for her stories, if you could tell the story, and some fantastic art and crafts with Nadia and Albert this week. We are going to have a bit of a different ending to Kids Church this week. We aren't having a quiz. I'm sure you can tell me your disappointment on the chat now, but we have something more exciting this week to share with you. Now, for those of you who have families on Facebook and are part of Grow Baby, you may have seen this already. And if you're really lucky, you may well have been handed one of the booklets. But if not, this is a special treat, which is our lovely Nettie and Faith and Livy are here to read you a special story that Nettie has written. And various people have been involved in creating this wonderful little booklet, which, well, I'm not going to tell you anything about it because she's going to explain it to you. But rather than having us waffle on with a quiz, instead we're going to have this special treat from Nettie. Enjoy!
Hello everyone, it's Nettie and Faith and Livy and who's this?
Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear. And we've got a story to tell you all at Grow Baby. I wrote it and your mummy, Olivia, Jodie, she did the pictures, which you'll see in a minute. And Nadia, you might have known Nadia, Albert's mummy, she put it together for us. So we want to share it for you on Halloween. Yeah. Okay, so what's the book called, girls?
The Lonely Little Skeleton and Faith.
Wow, okay, here we go. Little Skeleton was tired. He sat on a cold stone step, his chin on his hands. When the sinking sun had disappeared behind the block of flats, he'd pop up, knock on doors and shout,
Boo!
at the top of his voice for hours. Time and time again, Little Skeleton caused unsuspecting folk to jump out of their skins and run in terror. Secretly, Little Skeleton hoped that someone would stop and talk and become his friend. Especially tonight, Halloween. Many boys and girls were out trick-or-treating.
My kinds of people.
He thought. He had watched them knock on doors. Can you knock on a door there? Ask for things and get what they demanded. But the more Little Skeleton had knocked on doors, the lonelier and emptier he felt. It had been so long that Little Skeleton couldn't even remember the last time he had someone to play with.
Boo-hoo!
Just then, he spied through the shadows a small girl skipping on the path. Beneath her blonde bobbing curls and heavy fringe sparkled laughing eyes, and she clasped a bouncing shiny star. Oh, I like your star,
Boo!
said Little Skeleton weakly.
Hello, smiled the girl. I'm Faith. Oh.
Said Little Skeleton.
What do you want? I don't have any sweets. I thought you looked sad by yourself sitting in the dark. Are you scared?
Inquired Faith kindly.
No, I don't think so. I'm
Used
to it,
Little
Little
Skeleton
Skeleton
replied. Well done. He had been in the dark for such a long time, he had forgotten that he used to be afraid. Aren't you scared?
Aren't you scared?
No, I think that's the skeleton.
Oh.
You gonna say it then?
Aren't you scared on your own
In the dark.
in the dark? Little Skeleton asked her.
Well done.
Oh, I am never in the dark and I'm never alone, replied Faith
Confidently.
Oh.
Well done.
Really? How's that? Asked the little skeleton, surprised. I'm never alone. Oh, yeah, I didn't show the picture. Oh yeah,
That's Faith, you see.
Faith. Faith's here.
Very good. Right, Faith, go for it.
Yes. Wrong one. I have a friend that is always with me and helps me when I get scared. He will be your friend too. Do you want to meet him? She answered brightly.
That's you.
Yes, shouted Little Skeleton. He so badly wanted a friend. What's his name? His name is Jesus, said Faith. He likes to knock on doors too.
He's knocking on the door of your heart right now. If you want to open the door and invite him in, he will always be your friend. Little Skeleton.
Wow.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that I had a heart or that I had a door, Little Skeleton exclaimed and a little puzzled. Yes, you do.
Assured Faith.
Only you can open it. Jesus is gentle and kind and awesome and powerful. He is my friend and also my superhero.
Little Skeleton. I will.
I will let Jesus into my heart,
Declared
Little Skeleton.
As soon as he said this, he felt a warm tingling in his heart, and slowly his dry bones came to life. Colour flooded his skin, and his eyes began to sparkle. Faith realised he had shiny brown hair that also bobbed as he jumped up.
My name is Johnny, said the Little Skeleton. Awesome, beamed Faith. Now you have two friends, me and Jesus. Amazing, boomed Johnny excitedly. Let's take Jesus to meet other kids so they can be his friends too. Come on, let's go, laughed Faith, and they did.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't that fantastic? Well, if you don't have a copy, let us know because, we'd love you to have one. But we think it's fantastic. So you can read it over and over again. Thank you to Nettie and Livy and to Faith. That is the end of this week's Kids Church. Lots of kids involved this week. So thank you again to Faith and Livy, to Albert, to White Keegan, Caden and Rocco, and to all the adults involved. We won't need to name them all. But great fun with Kids Church this week. Now, next week, Kids Church may look a little bit different based on our news. But don't worry, Kids Church will be here. We still want you guys involved. If we cannot come and record you ourselves, we'd love your parents to record you doing challenges, to dancing to worship music, doing some jokes, maybe reading some Bible stories yourself to us. Get your ideas in, get it recorded and send them across to us and we will get them onto Kids Church. Be as creative as you like. If you want to be involved, get your parents to get in touch and we will make it happen. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.